these leave me with no doubt. In this sealed cave are the greatest treasures of Israel.
Ever thought earthquakes could spill ancient secrets? Today, we're diving into the mysteries of the past, uncovering 5 mysterious underground cities shaken loose by nature's power that will leave you amazed. The Longu Caves. In 1992, a villager in Longu County stumbled upon something incredible while trying to pump water from a pond. 24 hand-carved caves, known as the Longu Caves. These caves are a real head-scratcher because they challenge what we know about ancient Chinese engineering. The caves are massive, covering an area of more than 30,000 square meters, with the largest one being around 12,000 cubic meters in size. Picture this: over 1 million cubic meters of rock were carved out to create these caves. Even with today's technology, that would be a huge task. If 1,000 people worked day and night, it would take them about 6 years to pull it off. Now here's the kicker. The caves are deep and pitch black inside. This raises the question of how ancient builders worked in the dark. One theory is that they used lamps, but no evidence of this has been found. The caves themselves are impressive. They have high ceilings supported by columns and rooms connected by passageways. The walls and ceilings are super smooth, almost like they were shaped by some kind of fancy machinery. This level of craftsmanship makes you wonder about the technology they had back then. But here's where it gets really mysterious. There's absolutely no historical record or evidence of the people who built these caves. No tools, debris, or writings that could tell us who they were. Some people think the caves were used for quarrying. Others say they might be tombs or places for spiritual ceremonies. But here's the thing, no one really knows for sure. One cool thing about the caves is that they have amazing acoustics. The way they're designed makes sound carry and resonate, suggesting they might have been used for gatherings or ceremonies where sound was a big deal. So, while we're still scratching our heads about who built these caves and why, we can at least appreciate their incredible craftsmanship and maybe imagine the ancient parties or ceremonies that might have taken place there. Darencuyu. Back in 1963, a person living in the Turkish town of Darencuyu made a surprising discovery. He found a secret door hidden behind a wall in his house, and when he opened it, he uncovered a whole underground city that had been lost to history. This hidden city, Darencuyu, was no small feat. It was carved a whopping 85 meters deep into the soft volcanic rock of the Cappadocia region. Imagine this underground settlement being 18 stories deep, complete with wells, chapels, stables, and even schools. It could house up to 20,000 people. The origins of Darencuyu aren't entirely clear, but most experts think it was built way back in the 7th to 8th centuries BC. The initial carving is believed to have been done by the Phrygians and Indo-European folks, and later early Christians expanded it in the 2nd and 3rd centuries AD. They used it as a safe place during Roman persecution and other tough times. As if that's not fascinating enough, there are different theories about when it was first built. Some say the Anatolian Hittites started it in the 15th century BC, while others have wilder ideas, like it being constructed around 14,500 years ago, or even having something to do with extraterrestrial activity. Now, what's really cool about Darencuyu is how cleverly it was designed. It had air shafts up to 55 meters deep for ventilation, making it possible for people to live underground. The place is like a maze with narrow passageways, communal living areas, and individual rooms. And get this, there were huge stone doors on each level, weighing up to 500 kilograms that could be closed off separately to keep out invaders. These doors could only be opened or closed from the inside, adding a layer of protection for the people living there. Water was a big deal for the folks in Darencuyu, and they had a smart plumbing system with wells that couldn't be accessed from the outside, preventing any sneak attacks during sieges. The city was pretty self-sufficient. Surprisingly, the underground city had access to fresh-flowing water through a network of channels and water shafts connecting it to a nearby river. It served as a refuge during various conflicts, including the Ottoman conquest, until the Cappadocian Greeks left in 1923 during the Greco-Turkish Wars. They took all knowledge of the city with them until it was rediscovered later on. Vardia. So, Vardia is like a cool city carved into a mountain in Georgia, not too far from Espinza. It's made of caves, and it's a real symbol of Georgia's history, with all its rock-cut buildings. This city's tale started back in the 12th century, when King George III ruled Georgia. But the real action happened when his daughter, Queen Tamar, took charge. Originally, they built Vardia to protect themselves from Mongol invasions. But guess what? It turned into a whole city with monks, a fancy church, and lots of apartments, over 6,000 of them. Picture this. Vardia is on the side of a cliff really high up, more than 1,300 meters above the sea. It's like a huge staircase going up 19 levels. The city had a special church called the Church of the Dormition, and it was decorated with beautiful paintings. Here's a fun fact. Queen Tamar, the clever queen, had her own trick to keep invaders guessing. There was a hidden tunnel to get into the city, and she kept changing where she lived so the bad guys never knew where to find her. The people who built Vardia were super smart. They made a fancy water system to bring water from the mountain. It wasn't just for drinking, they used it for growing food too. Now, things took a sad turn in 1283 when a big earthquake hit. It actually exposed the hidden city by breaking off part of the mountain. After that, Vardia started going downhill. In the 16th century, some other group called the Safavids captured the city, and it went through tough times with losses and precious stuff getting taken away. Eventually, people had to leave, and the city was forgotten. But don't worry, there's a bit of a happy ending. Some monks came back, and even during the Soviet times, they did some digging and fixing up. Today, a few monks still live there, keeping the spiritual vibe alive in this ancient cave city. Cool, right? The underground city of Naurs. Deep beneath the French countryside lies a hidden wonder, the underground city of Naurs, which goes way back to the 3rd century AD. In the beginning, people used these caves to get chalk. But things got interesting during the Middle Ages when conflicts were happening. The locals turned these quarries into a massive hideout, like a secret city, with more than 3 kilometers of tunnels, nearly 300 rooms, and spaces for over 3,000 people. People back then were pretty smart. They used the empty parts of the underground city to stash their stuff and hide from troublemakers and armies who were out to grab supplies. They even had places for animals, 3 chapels for prayer, and a bakery with ovens. What's cool is they made sure the smoke from these ovens didn't give away their secret. They cleverly sent it through surface structures, making it seem like everyday life was happening 22 meters below the ground. As time rolled on, these hidden passages served different purposes. Vikings, those seafaring warriors, apparently found a safe place here during the 9th and 10th centuries. But the real action happened during the 30 Years' War in the 17th century. Europe was in chaos, and thousands of people sought safety in Naur, turning it into a fortress of hope. As things settled down in Western Europe, the need for these secret hideouts decreased. People kind of forgot about Naurs until 1887 when it was rediscovered. People got curious about its mysterious past and thought about giving it a new purpose. In the 20th century, during World War I, it became a crucial shelter again. Even soldiers found it interesting, leaving their marks on the walls. In World War II, it briefly became a headquarters for the invading Nazi army. But here's the kicker. Naurs still keeps some secrets. Legends say there might be hidden rooms and treasures waiting to be found. The true extent of the tunnels is a bit of a mystery, because some parts have collapsed over time. Some folks even believe there might be secret passages connecting Naurs to other underground places nearby. Imagine the adventures waiting to unfold. Hypogeum of Halsaflian. Deep under the island of Malta, there is a special place called the Hypogeum of Halsafliani. It's a fascinating underground structure that is more than 5,000 years old, making it older than the famous Egyptian pyramids. People accidentally discovered it in 1902, revealing a complex network of connected rooms, echoing halls, and detailed carvings. Archaeologists and those interested in the paranormal find it captivating. Built between 4000 and 2500 BC during the Saflieni phase of Maltese history, the Hypogeum is the only known prehistoric underground temple in the world. It goes about 11 meters below the ground, telling a story of being used as both a sacred place and a burial site. When experts first explored it, they found the remains of more than 7,000 people inside. giving us a glimpse into the rituals and customs of that ancient time. The hypogeum is made up of 3 different levels, each with its own important history and impressive architecture. At the top is the upper level, which started as natural caves but was expanded over time. It reflects the cleverness of the people who built it. Moving down, the middle level dates back to a temple phase from 3600 to 3000 BC. It has beautifully carved bays that remind us of the megalithic temples on the surface of Malta. This level acts like a link between the underground sanctuary and the impressive structures above, showing how artistic expression continued across different spaces. The most mysterious secrets are found in the lower level. Here, you'll discover the Holy of Holies, a chamber with intricate carvings, and the main room with a unique feature, an oracle hole. This small round opening has an amazing ability to make sounds much louder when someone speaks into it. Some suggest that this lower level might have been a sacred place, possibly used for important rituals that have echoes lasting through time. The construction of the hypogeum's walls and ceilings adds to its mystery. Crafted by hand using antlers and stone tools, these surfaces mirror the entrances and designs seen in above-ground temples. This special craftsmanship not only shows the skill of the ancient builders, but also reveals a sophisticated understanding of how sound works. This incredible phenomenon has led to various speculations about the chamber's purpose, ranging from ritual chanting to a means of communication with the divine. As we explore the layers of this underground sanctuary, we find unique archaeological discoveries that deepen the mystery. One notable find is the Sleeping Lady, a clay figurine that symbolizes either a fertility goddess or an embodiment of death. Alongside this, there's a collection of elongated skulls that sparks debates about whether these unusual shapes result from binding practices, contact with extraterrestrials, or represent a genetically distinct group of people. Adding an extra layer of intrigue to the already enigmatic history of the hypogeum is a chilling piece of folklore dating back to 1940. According to local tales, a group of schoolchildren accompanied by their teacher ventured into the depths of the hypogeum during a tour and mysteriously vanished. Despite exhaustive searches, no trace of their whereabouts was ever uncovered, fueling eerie speculations of supernatural forces at play and whispers of concealed passages leading to the mysterious underworld. In today's world, the hypogeum deals with various challenges from both environmental factors and human activities. Preserving this ancient marvel has become crucial, leading to strict limits on the number of visitors. As a result, the hypogeum is now considered one of the world's most exclusive archaeological sites, making access limited and creating a sense of exclusivity for those fortunate enough to explore it. For those who do get the chance to enter, the hypogeum offers a rare and extraordinary journey into a world that has stood the test of time. Each step through its underground passages provides a tangible connection to a civilization that continues to puzzle historians and archaeologists. The careful preservation measures not only protect the delicate environment inside, but also contribute to the mysterious atmosphere surrounding this prehistoric masterpiece. As it deals with modern challenges, those who explore its chambers are given a unique opportunity to travel through the pages of history. They witness firsthand the echoes of a civilization from the past that has left an indelible mark on human heritage. The hypogeum is not just a relic, it's a living testament to the delicate balance between preservation and exploration. It invites both the curious and the scholarly to uncover its secrets while ensuring its lasting legacy for future generations. And that's all for today. Subscribe to our channel for more mysteries like these. If you have any ancient mysteries you'd like us to explore in future videos, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching.